Are continuing our conversation with Travis Mosler to hear about career opportunities at Central Moloney. And Travis, I kind of just want to recap on the segment that we just watched with Armand, because what a success story. I mean, he's right out of high school, making a career for himself, already bought his first car. Hello.
Armand's a great kid. He's making all the right moves. I don't know if you noticed, he's a good-looking guy. It's probably not going to be long before he gets married and he starts a family. And he's setting himself up for success with that life. He'll be able to buy a home in this crazy market because he's got a job right out of school. He's earning significantly more than I learned he's earning significantly more than I earned coming out of college with a degree.
Right, yes.
And he's saving, and it's exciting to see.
Well, Armand's a pretty singular guy, but there are a lot of success stories like Armand's down there at Central Moloney.
Absolutely. Our employee base is so diverse in age. We've got people who've worked at Central Moloney for decades upon decades, 40, 50 years in manufacturing, which is awesome. And we've got a lot of young people right out of school who are coming in. I worked closely with a friend who, she came in at a young age. She worked there about 9 or 10 years and saw 4 promotions in that time.
Wow.
Wow. Which
is pretty unheard of. But that's the culture at Central Moloney, that you truly do get out of it what you put into it. If you have pride in your work and you ensure quality and you're going to show up and show out every day, those opportunities are going to come up and you're going to be rewarded for it.
I think that's a good point of what exactly are you looking in someone for a career, for this to be an employee.
Right. I mean, basically, a lot of people say, well, we're looking for somebody with a pulse. But at CMI, we're looking for people who are driven, who care about their work, who take pride in their work, who do want to ensure quality. Because, again, we make some of the best transformers in the world. We're one of the leading manufacturers in the country. And so we want to have the best people on the line. And that's really important to us.
And what helps that tremendously, I suspect, is the company culture, which comes sort of from the top down, right? I mean, it
does.
Talk a little bit about the philosophy with the company culture, because it is unique.
It is. You know, from our CEO, so our CEO used to work on the floor.
Yeah.
You know, he's not a corporate guy who comes from corporate America. He comes from the sweat and blood of manufacturing right there in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. And he's worked his way up all the way to the top, and that's reflected in how he leads the company. That's reflected in how he treats people.
He gets it.
He gets it. He understands it from every level of the company. So, yeah, I mean, that's ingrained in our DNA, is that we take care of our people. We're a company that knows how to have fun while we're being productive. We get together, we have events, we have a lot of swag and shirts and gifts that we give out, and we're working aggressively to pay as much as we can for our employees. They're getting ready to make more negotiations for that, and it's a huge priority. So we try to take care of our people the best we can, and it's reflected in
getting them is one thing, keeping them is another.
It is, yeah.
Now, Armand had some welding training through the Watson Chapel Welding Academy, which I know that you're a partner of. Is there training available for those who haven't had prior training, such as at a welding academy?
So, welding is one of those roles that you do have to have some training to have that skill ahead of time. Now, that's not to say you could come in at an entry-level position and say, man, I really want to weld. We can figure out how to get you that training at Central Moloney while you're doing the job. But there are other programs out there for people to go out and get training. There's certificate programs. There's a lot of different resources for that. But our program with Watson Chapel is something locally that we can invest in. We bought the equipment. One of our welders actually teaches the program. It's in its 3rd year. Last year, I think we had 18 students and 12 of them applied.
Wow.
And at least half of them, I think, got the job, and they're doing great work at Central Moloney.
Oh, that's fantastic. Again, let's mention to people, if they're watching this, they know somebody or they themselves think this would be a great opportunity to them. The website, again, to find out more and to apply.
To apply to work at Central Moloney, you go online to www.workatcmi.com. You'll see all of our open positions. You can apply for an individual one of those or submit your resume, and we'll get back to you within the week.
Gotcha.
Perfect. Okay, well, we want to talk about the growth of the company, because there's been a lot going on the past year or so. So we'll hear more about that after the break. Stay with us.